Hello, jelly plate friends. So today I wanted to try if you can use gouache on the jelly plate, because someone in the group asked that question. So to try that, I don't think it will work really good directly on the jelly plate. So I prepared my jelly plate with a normal transfer that didn't work out too well, but well, I can see the features of the face and the hair and everything, so I will work on that. On top of the transfer, I've put a coat of acrylic medium. I will show you which one it is, but so it's this one. But whatever acrylic binder will work. It's just to have a little bit more tooth when you work with the gouache. I've decided to work with a limited palette. So I have peach, wineberry, Prussian blue that I love, and rose. So don't forget that what is going to be printed will be what you see on the back of the plate. So it's not like when you paint on a paper and when you can layer up and then what you see is what you get. No, here it's the opposite. What you see is not what you get. What you see is the last layer that you've put on, but it will be the first layer that will be visible on the print. So let's try. But gouache is anyhow, it's a water soluble cheap paint. There's a lot of different qualities. Now the challenge will be how to pull this print. And I think I never tried it. I am trying this with you guys immediately. I think I will gonna let this dry and then put another layer of gel medium of acrylic binder on it, and I think I will have to roll it down fairly quickly, because otherwise the gouache is going to reactivate and smear. So we will see how that goes. Okay, let's put the eyes in place. I don't want to put too much details either. That's not the goal here. Well, I'm gonna put some blue in the hair too. There we go. Not going for the realistic colors, of course, just trying to make a fun print. It's not too too complicated to get the gouache on. I tried once with watercolor, but without putting the acrylic medium on, and that wasn't a great success. So I will try that again too by putting on the acrylic binder first. Okay, let's go to this color now. Put something of that in her hair too. Okay. Mix some of those to have a gray. Gray blue. And then what I think I will do is get some white gouache. Then I can show you also another kind of gouache. I really don't know how this is going to look. But I'm going to get my white gouache. Okay, sorry for that. So this is presented like this. I will rinse my brush. And take some white for the eyes. And I'm quite curious to see, oh, that is too much white, to see, oh no, let me see if I can take this off. There. And I'm quite curious to see how it looks on the other side. So maybe I can hold it here and here. And okay, this is what the print will look like. So that's a way you can see what needs to be done. The eyes are not quite okay, but as I told you, I don't know if you can see it, but the white that I've just put on is really visible here, but it's the second or third layer on here, so the white is really not very visible, but you can always fix your print. But well, I always like to do a mono print without touching too much on the mono print, without really correcting too much. Now that I really have in mind that we won't see all of this, what I'm doing now, but I'm hoping it will a little bit shine through. Let us see what this does. So I have put this white a little bit randomly. What is it going to do? Okay, you can see little touches of white coming through. But I'm figuring out how I can fix the eyes. Maybe I have to put some darker areas really in the middle. I have no idea if this is going to show through or not. Okay. Okay, yes, you can see a little bit what I did there. And now it's a little bit funny around the eyes. It's if she is wearing glasses. So I'm going to do that with a mix of the flesh tone and make it a little bit darker to go over the areas where I see that there is no paint. There is no paint at all. So this is starting to look funny, but I'm really trying to think of this side. So, okay. This part looks a little bit strange. I'm going to add some more blue. And well, I think her cheek looks a little bit too thick, and maybe this will do something to fix it. Okay, you see the nostrils, how dark I made them, but of course they are on top of another layer, so I can make this part, I think, here. Now this is really it's like she has a mustache, but I'm sure that you see this makes a shadow under the nose, just a slight shadow under the nose on the other side. I'm going to try to do the same with this part, who needs to be really dark. And maybe a little bit here. Okay. Okay, it's just the eyes that I can't get the white of the eyes in, because there's another layer. There's another layer underneath this white. So what I'm going to do now is take a bigger brush and put white on the background with little touches of the other colors, but I'm going to first put on the white so I don't make a mess in my white gouache. Okay, there we go. And now I can bring in some of the other colors. Now, on this side, my lady really looks strange. You could also imagine putting on a stencil here on the background to make it more interesting. Okay. Now, one thing that is sure is that the paint sticks quite well on this surface that I prepared with the acrylic binder. Now there is no more. Well, I try to do this. Okay. Now in the hair there are spaces that are free. What kind of color? Well, I will mix the white. Take an amount of white out of here and mix it with a tiny little bit of the pink, so I get a really soft pink. And again, to show you that this is not, oh, of course, the gouache is already reacting with my color and it's becoming light blue. You see, that is the big difference and can be a problem while working with gouache. But so don't think that the hair is going to look this way, because we have the other layer that is still on there, you know. Okay. And so as you see, the pink is becoming blue because of the blue layer that's underneath. Well, I'm going to let this dry completely, and then I will show you when I roll the acrylic binder on, and also when I pull the print. Okay, so I've put this under the hairdryer and it was really quickly dried. And what I noticed, is it because of the drying? It's still not really here super dry, so I'm going to do this. Yeah, see, but all the rest is dry. There's a crackle in the paint. Is it because of the drying, or is it because I flipped it over a couple of times? But I think this is quite interesting, so I'm going to force this. You see how the crackles are becoming bigger when I bend? And I don't know if that's going to be interesting, but I think it's interesting to notice what it does with the gouache. It doesn't do that with the acrylic paint. So now I need to prepare a paper. What do I have here? I'm going to take a normal copy paper. There we go, just right out of my printer. And I'm going to roll on a coat of this acrylic binder that I always put in a small amount in this little thing, so that I can, that the big jar is not drying out. So I will have to go really quickly so that the gouache won't reactivate too much. So there we go, up, and try to roll it over without fussing too much. Okay, there we go, that should be enough. And putting the paper on. Now, as always, when you pull paint, when you pull several layers of a print, you have to wait a while before taking the paper off, because here we have the first layer was the transfer of the lady. The second layer was a acrylic binder layer. The third layer was the gouache, and the fourth layer was again the acrylic binder. So all those coats need to stick together, before we pull our print. If you're a little bit impatient, you can also see how it looks like on the other side. So this the print will look like, and I don't see any crackles, so maybe a little bit here. When I take this off, yeah, it will be interesting. I will have to correct the eyes, so that's one thing you have to take in mind. So if you want to see if you waited long enough, you just lift up one little corner and see, and you see if the plate is completely clean or not, what means that all of your layers will come off. If there's a lot of paint here, you just leave it on. So I'm a little bit too fast here. Normally I lay it and I lay it to dry for about an hour or so, but for this purpose I will take it off. No, I won't take it off. You see this is not good. So sorry for that, but I'm gonna wait and I will leave it at least half an hour, and then I will be coming back to you. Okay, so you can also accelerate this process by putting it under the hairdryer. That's what I did, but don't heat your plate too much, because that can damage the plate. So now I will try by another corner to show you. Okay. Sticked over there a little bit, but it takes a while though for the gouache to dry underneath. You can see I should have been waiting a little more time, but it's not too bad. Here also, those little imperfections are not a big deal for the jelly plate. And now I'm really going to, because that bothers me, to correct her eyes with a little bit of white gouache. And it's not the prettiest drawing I've ever made, but it was just to test how gouache can react on the jelly plate. The crackles are not really very visible, just a little bit. There you go. That's better for her eyes. Okay, I'm gonna leave it at that. I'll put my signature. And I hope this video has been helpful to you. Bye. Well, not. I'm back because her mustache is a little bit funny, so I'm going to correct her mustache too. So a little bit of the pink directly on the print. There we go. And then a little bit of shadow though under the nose, won't hurt. Just a little bit. There you go. So you see, you can correct pretty much everything you want. And the good thing with gouache in this case is that it's opaque. It's not like watercolor, and you can layer over it. Okay. Bye.